St. Francis community, we welcome you back from the guild electoral process. Yes, at least we are all settled. We know who our next guild president is. We know who has lost. And of course, there are those that are happy, and of course, others are sad. But it happens. Politics is always a game of losing and winning. And of course, without wasting much time, I introduce you to this session. We of course have a very special guest joining us tonight, and is none other than the guild president-elect. Congratulations, Madam President.
Thank you very much.
How do you feel?
Yeah, I expected that question, but I don't know how to explain how I feel.
I understand.
Anxious, I don't know why I'm anxious. I don't know. It's a feeling that I just can't explain. I think I'm overjoyed that I can't explain the joy itself. Yeah.
Just know SFRASH Vibes is here to congratulate you fully, because it was not an easy mantle to take, right from the time of making up your mind and coming up with a decision to come and represent students. Yeah, so yeah. I don't know where to start from, because we are the fraternity is just happy. Everyone is happy for a female guild president, of course. Like, we've taken some time without having a female guild president. So we welcome you to the session.
Hello everyone out there. I want to thank you very much, all the supporters, the staff, the non-teaching staff, and everybody that has given themselves out to give me this support and love. There is no amount of money that I can give to tell you how much I'm grateful, but from the bottom of my heart, I want to say I'm so happy that you entrusted me with this. You have entrusted me with this office, and yeah, I promise good service, I promise unity, and everything that was in my manifesto, I stand by it. I'm really grateful, and I love you all so much. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was from the president-elect. Personally, I really don't have much to say, but of course, running straight to you've been victorious.
True.
Like, why even on ground yesterday as the voting was taking place? Why on ground?
I was within the campus, but away from the voting center. So,
what is the feeling when you are hearing Otto, Oboi, Omoit, like your opponent, the radio opponent, like 5 times consecutively, without hearing your own? How do you feel?
Okay, that is something normal, because in every game you play, you must have a mastermind of it, and you must have your cards well set. So at the end of the day, I had my people, and I had an organized team, and I want to really thank everybody who was on my team, the organizing committee, the finance committee, the foot army, everybody that has been there. Yes.
Everyone is wondering how you really, in Uganda they say Okubala Okurachi, how you counted your I don't
steps.
Know. Everyone is wondering who was your strategist actually when you were coming for this election.
Strategist in terms of
the one moving the chess.
Oh,
the one moving the
these people surprisingly most of them are finalists, but
you tell us at least one name so that we can recommend, because we really
these are people who came at the time I least expected them, and they were like, yeah, Otto, you know what, we are here for you. So it was, I had a small base. I remember the first day when they declared the open campaigns after the presidential debates.
Yeah.
I first moved with only 3 people on the campus with a small speaker, and I'm like, Otto. So I think people were surprised, like, what is this girl all about?
Did you go somewhere and hire strategists from maybe somewhere else, private strategists to come and do for the calculation? Because things overturned.
No, I had
That's
people
very
from
nice.
school. I had students within school, those that knew my potential, because I was here in St. Francis in my certificate, and I was a leader. I was one of the prominent people within the cultural association's leadership. So I had people that believed in me also as well, and they influenced. I also want to say that the ally we had made it even a better and stronger race. It made the race stronger and better because people were torn. Let me say the nurses were torn between me and Pius. It being that I was the only female in the race, others wanted to give me the support as a girl child.
I know girls,
and
girls
others as well.
Support girls.
Yeah, others as well wanted to give it to Pius because he's a nurse, and for the past decades or for the past leadership scale, we have been having people from the allied sector. They were hungry to have a leader from the school of nursing. Yeah, and I want to thank this move because it is a move that has signified one of my most prominent issues in my
unity.
Yes,
you preached unity in the presidential debate, and I was like, yeah, she has embraced the slogan from Nusa.
Unity is strength. So guys, I mention without discrimination of the race, without discrimination of financial background, but build a strong St. Francis fraternity of students based on unity, because we are here as health professionals, but at the end of the day, you do not know what happens outside these walls. Because we are here as visitors. At the end of the day, somebody goes out, you're out there, you need connections to get to the next level.
Sure.
Yeah. So I am very pleased that the School of Nursing welcomed me as an allied, and they even gave me a name. They called, there is Otto Pius, which is also to mean an allied nurse. That is like a family coming together, not like allied, not like a nurse, but an allied nurse.
I think you are the right president.
I am so happy for that.
We've had challenges. I'm sorry for saying this, but of course, there was that missing significance of unity. Something that you really feel that both sides want it.
Are genuinely in need of it.
Yes?
Yes.
At least we have seen genuine love from the School of Nursing and those from... Because in your campaign, I saw a number of nurses and midwives, a number of allied students, a number of management students. I was like, yeah, there is something...
unique.
About Jemma
That's what
Otto.
I can say.
So we really, as St. Francis family, we are really happy that we have this one guild president who has, of course, been elected by everyone.
Thank you very much.
Out of pure love.
That is true.
There is a technique that's... Because now, the part we can't ignore, because now the essence of this interview is to understand how things overturned, how you brought... the win came in. Because, like you said, when you went for the presidential debate, you had around 5 people that escorted you. Well, of course, presidential debate wasn't campaign.
Sure.
Yeah. But that evening, everything turned up that very evening. How did you calculate this move?
One, this is based on, you have to have your strengths and weaknesses. And you also have to have, you have to know your opponent's weaknesses and strengths. It's called SWOT analysis, right? So it being that, at the end of the day, I saw our aspirant who did not make it through, that was Melinda Pius,
through the
screening process. So I saw he had his strength. Having the nursing school back him up, and here at St. Francis we have a say, we have seen that the nursing school is greater in number than the allied students, right? So it was a matter of talking to him as a friend, because we have been as friends, as brothers. Even before we went in for this race, I told him, I was like, Pius, you know what, I am coming in for this race. Little did I know that he also had the same thing in his mind again. But after I declared my intent to him, he did not tell me his back then. So he later called me and spoke to me one-on-one, was like, sister, you know what? Yeah, You declared your intent, yeah, and you expected me to be there behind your back and support you, but I also as well had the same intent, and now I'm requesting for us to what? To cooperate. So if you go through, well and good. If I go through, well and good, but let's go in for this race together. And I want to appreciate that initiative, because had I to step back, I don't think I would be in this race. You get? And had he to step back, these nurses would still have been divided amongst the four of us, giving us or me little chances of going through.
It would be unpredictable.
It would be really unpredictable. Sincerely speaking, this race has been one of the toughest races St. Francis have ever registered. Is it true?
That is 100% true.
Yeah, it has been one of the toughest races, or one of the toughest campaigns, that everybody was ready really to see that his or her
and besides that, it is one of the elections that have registered a bigger number of voters.
That is
because
true.
The total number was 1,666
yeah.
voters in total.
Yeah.
Which has never happened.
Yeah, that is why I'm saying people were drawn, were kind of drawn apart between having a female guild president or having a nurse guild president. So it left them no option that after the nurse did not make it through,
and they had that ally.
Yes, there was already an ally. So everybody that at least at one point wanted to give it to me fully convinced the rest that, you know what, let's give it to the girl child. We have not had this girl child elections before.
Girl child is always favored.
Yeah, it's not about favoritism.
There is something you are favored girl child.
It's not about favoritism. Now let me ask you, if it was all about favoritism, anybody would just come and say, no, let's take this one. There is favoritism, yes, but there is also having the potential to lead. And let me make it clear to you that in this cabinet that I am going to take office of, after maybe the swearing in, I would also, not based on favoritism, to have people come into the various posts in the cabinet. Somebody has to have that potential, somebody has to have that ability and capability and willingness to serve for the students, because I had a slogan saying that for the students, with the students. You get
this time, okay.
Yeah, it was just for the students, with the students. Yes, that was it.
Thank you so much. So for the winning part, of course, I'm sure you've done that. That is done and dusted and approved. I don't think there's anyone coming up to disapprove your win with a petition, because the election was really so free and fair based on what I saw yesterday. Security was tight. Security was following what the voters were asking for. We don't want him in. So I believe everything was just fair and...
Yeah, I really would need to appreciate everybody. That is why in my beginning statement I said both teaching and non-teaching staff. You get, and even everybody that was vigilant to see. This is the kind of spirit we need to build, not only for St. Francis, but for the country at large. To see that in Uganda we begin, or we learn to have a kind of a free and fair election as it has been, so that citizens begin to learn, or citizens learn to address this and take in potential leaders. You get, not only by somebody rigging votes, not only by somebody using money to see that they go through, and yet when they get into these offices, they are going to misuse it, they are going to abuse it, and they will not deliver what is expected of them.
Thank you.
Yeah.